All right. That's that. Let's see. Okay. Now I think I should be back on both sides. Boy, that was a whole lot of garbage right there. My goodness gracious. So hang on a second as I get the dice roller back on screen. I don't know what the hell that was all about. All right, I mean, there's that. That's all they did the last time. But the OBS was like, absolutely not. We are going to absolutely 100% destroy you. That's how that works. Sorry, chat. It's going to be a fun time getting that over to the YouTube channel. But it's all right. We're here. We survived. We made it. Okay. So let me just make sure that my dice roller works. Okay. All right. There's that. Okay. Yeah, definitely refresh. I do see other people, like the YouTube is back, and I see the other stuff happening, so it's working now. Okay. So if for some reason people are frozen, please do refresh, because it's back now, and I apologize. I don't know what on earth. I didn't do it, is all I can say. I don't know. Not sure what to say. Okay. So apologies again that happened. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so Echo, I assume that means, since you said yo, that you are ready to battle this person. So let's roll initiative, shall we? And I will roll this initiative. Okay, so right. So our initiative would be a D20 plus 1. D20 plus 1. 12. Okay, so okay, so that means that the woman is going to go first. So let's see. As far as okay, so she's going to try to attack. Now that I've done this, I'm going to go. Let's see. D20 plus. Oh. Okay, I'm making sure that I'm getting. Okay. All right. So. Okay. So she attempts to attack us with. That was just making sure that I was actually getting that this was dice roll was working properly, but it is. Okay. So she rolled to attack us, but she is. Let's see. Yes, disengage or hide. Okay, she's going to try to attack us, but misses, which is good. So now we have an attack on her. So we have basically two choices, chat. We can either okay. We have two choices. We can either attack her, because we don't really have room for ranged attacks here because of where we are. So we can either attack her with our own dagger. This is a dagger plus 1, remember. So we could do that. It's a dagger plus 1, which means plus 5 to hit. Or we could use a spell against her. And the specific spells that we could use, presumably, we've already used Magic Missile, and we've used both of those slots. So we don't have any of those available to us anymore. So that means that we've got Firebolt, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, or... Hey, what's up, Drew? Or we could theoretically also attack her in melee. So, let me put that up for a poll. Should we attack with our dagger? Dagger versus dagger. Should we cast Firebolt? Although she's really in melee with us, so we would have to disengage 5 feet, but we could probably do that. Or Shocking Grasp. All right, chat, get in your votes right now. So, $ vote space 1 means we attack with our dagger. 2 means we cast Firebolt on her. 3 means we cast Ray of Frost on her. And 4 means we use Shocking Grasp. Because we are pretty much in melee in the middle of this tent right now. So what's it going to be, chat? Attack with a dagger, cast Firebolt, cast Ray of Frost, or Shocking Grasp. $ vote space 1 to attack with a dagger. 2 for Firebolt. 3 for Ray of Frost. 4 for Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp. I'm shocked. And that spell is a cantrip, so we can use those every turn if we wanted. All right, I'm going to let... Hey, what's up, Dan? Good to see you again, Dan. Good morning, good morning. This time it's my evening. Welcome in, Dan. Dan, we are currently sitting in a tent. We have been betrayed by this person. We were sent to this tent by a green dragon who asked us to retrieve a map for the dragon. We went over to look at the map, and there was this woman who was chained. But then when we turned our back on her, apparently she was not chained, and she tried to attack us with a poison dagger. So we're currently voting as to whether to attack her with our own dagger or to cast Firebolt, Ray of Frost, or Shocking Grasp. So you can get your votes in by typing in $ vote space 1 to attack with a dagger, 2 to attack with a Firebolt, 3 to attack with Ray of Frost, or 4 to attack with Shocking Grasp. A lot of people love that spell. That spell gets a lot of love just because of the name, honestly. All right, going once, going twice, and Shocking Grasp it is. All right. So what that means is that we are going to make a melee spell attack against the creature, and our spell attack bonus is +4. So Echo, we're going to roll... No, she is near us. She's like right next to us, actually. But this is a melee spell attack, actually, so it works out. Wrap around and keep her still. So, Echo, now you can attack with if you could roll a d20 +4 to see if we hit this person. With Shocking Grasp. Shocked through the heart, and you're to blame. Well. Yeah, a 4 is definitely not going to hit, I would say. Happens to the best of us. That was kind of funny, actually. All right. Now, she is going to attack. Fortunately, though, she also misses us with a 6. I'm going to assume, unless otherwise told, that you're going to attack again with Shocking Grasp. So rather than taking that vote again, Echo, I'm going to have you do that d20 +4 again. Unless someone's like, no, we don't want to do it again, ever. $11, unfortunately, is not enough. But she misses again with an 8. Oh my goodness, Dragon Spear with the sub. Tier 1 sub, 93 months. Thank you so much, very much, Dragon. Only 3 months away from 8 years of support. Thank you so much, Dragon. I appreciate it. I hope all is well. Dragon, we are battling a woman in a tent who betrayed us and is trying to attack us with a dagger. She missed us, and we are trying to... It really does. We are trying to shocking grasp this person. It does. Yeah, it's in that ballpark, maybe. We did not offer wine. We were sent here by a dragon, an actual green dragon, to get a map. We went into the tent, we saw the map, we went back to get the map, and then the woman attacked us. And now we're battling it. All right, Echo, go ahead and roll again. Let's see if we can hit her. I have faith. I believe. I believe she can cry. Woo. Oh my goodness. The rolls have betrayed us so far. She's getting closer, but she has not hit us yet either. Right now it's a big slap fight. That's what it is right now. All right, Echo, you can do it. You can do it. Hey, there we go. That will definitely hit her. All right, so that means that on a hit, the target is going to take 1d8 lightning damage. So go ahead and roll 1d8, please, Echo. Five points of damage. Well, I have good news, actually, because what it says is that when this person is reduced, as I jump back to my previous notes, it says that okay, if she sustains 50% hit point loss, which she just did, she surrenders. So she throws her dagger to the ground, and she says, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I won't be any more trouble. Please, don't kill me, please. As we stare at her. So, are you going to agree to, and she says she will, in exchange for her freedom, she says she will tell you all that she knows. So, chat, $vote space 1. We spare her life and get the knowledge from her. $vote space 2 is we kill her. Actually, it doesn't guarantee that you kill her. It means that you can either strike a bargain with her, or you don't, and then who knows what she might do. She might attack again. Who knows what she'll do. So $vote space 1 means that we make a bargain with her. $vote space 2 means we do not grant her mercy. Option 3, we have her teach us and then silence. Well, it does not give us that option, Echo. It is a slight limitation of this system in that you can't do absolutely everything. The way you could with a human DM, let's say. That's why humans are superior. Yeah, it really is in December. That's true. So what do we think, chat? $vote space 1 means that we spare her. You can get your votes in now. And we spare her and we have her tell us what she knows. $vote space 2 means we do not spare her. So do we spare her or do we continue our combat against her? You did point out that knowledge is power before. That is true. What say the rest of you? Is knowledge power? Is it powerful enough? Wow, Dan. You're just like, nope. No knowledge, huh? $sign vote space 1 means we spare her and learn what she knows. $sign vote space 2 means that we, I guess, continue the battle against her. You're not trusting her? What? Why did it stop? Oh, did I not have it? My bad, I didn't have it set. To loop, my apologies. Unless we can do some kind of leverage. Well, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know that we have a spell for leverage, although, yeah. Right. So, going once, going twice. All right. So, you refuse to deal with her. Your denial of surrender clearly attacks the woman. She attacks in full rage. So now we roll for initiative again. But this time, Echo, you're going to be doing it at advantage. So you're going to roll twice, D20 plus, what did I say it was? D20 plus 1. And now we're going to have to finish this combat the old-fashioned way. Well, let's not do that. That's more like it. All right, so let me get my... Okay, let me roll mine. Well, that's definitely not it. Yep. All right, so we go first. All right, so, chat. Do you want, and I'm not even going to ask you to vote for this, just type this in chat. Do you want to continue to go with the Shocking Grasp? Or do you want to attack with another spell or with your dagger? So just tell me, basically, do you want to continue with the Shocking Grasp? Yes or no would be the answer. And I won't put this up for a vote because this should be pretty quick. Okay, so Echo says dagger. It is this time it's personal. That's fair. It is +5 to hit with the dagger, so there's that. Triffid says, obviously, continue the shock. Shock and awe. This time it's personal. All right. Anyone else for the dagger / Shocking Grasp? Going once, going twice. All right, dagger it is. Okay, so this time it is D20 +5, Echo. That will definitely hit. And the damage is 1d4 plus 3. So if you could roll 1d4 plus 3. Six points of damage. Well, guess what? She started with 11. We damaged her for 5. You just hit her for another 6. And that means you just like strike her through the throat. And she's like, suddenly it's like something out of Blade. You know, you're just like, don't ever do that again. All right. So she is a dead duck, as they say. Full on Shakunis. Yeah, she just was like, that's the end of that. Okay. So we survived, and the book tells me if you survive, go back to the area where she attacks you again. Again, little more work on the Q&A, guys. So instead, I think what they mean is the tent as a whole. All right, so we are now back in the tent, except that there is no longer a woman there because she is dead. So we have here the following options. The tent, which is decorated like something out of a sultan's palace. There are tapestries and plush rugs. And we've got basically a pile of pillows and blankets near forming a bed of sort in the center of the room. There are 2 tables pushed together to form a larger platform, 2 chairs at the table, and there is that massive map. Now remember, we were originally sent to get a map. There's also a pair of small footlockers resting near the back of the tent. So basically now we have 3 choices, which is that we can, as I pull up my poll, we can let's see. Let me just make sure. Okay, right. Go to the left footlocker. Go to the right footlocker. Look at the map, which is what we were sent to get. Or leave the tent. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, because it's super late for Echo. He's got to be, actually, super early, really. So $ vote space 1, go to the left footlocker. 2, go to the right footlocker. 3, look at the map. 4, leave the tent. What say you? Get your votes in, everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have that, but we might be able to, you know, like check once we get to one of those spaces, theoretically. Oh, okay. Yeah, not so much at the moment, Dan. Unfortunately, because it's not, in a way, this isn't full on D&D. There are some limitations. It's a little more choose your own adventure-y. But yeah, I hear that, Echo. I'm sorry to hear that, but I mean, I'm glad that you're just getting it taken care of. All right, so last call. $ vote space 1 for the left footlocker, 2 for the right footlocker, 3 for looking at the map, 4 for leaving the tent. Going once. Going twice. All right. All right, we're going to look at the map. So now that the woman is gone, moving to the tables in the map, you can see that the thing is very old. It doesn't look like parchment, but some sort of animal skin. Most of the map displays the forest, but it somehow sees different. All right, sounds good. Sleep well, Echo, and good luck today with the doctor's appointment. And thank you for the dice rolling. Most of the map displays the forest, but it somehow seems different. However, the main landmarks are there, including the stream and 2 lakes. Strange writing appears in many places, but one passage appears to point to a location close to your position. It's just to the south. You know the map has some value, and in fact, you know that the map has been brought back or been asked to be brought back by the dragon. So, clearly speaking Minecraft, that's true. Okay, so let's see. You take the map because that's what we were sent to get. So, all right. Let's see. All right. So you've done that. And now the question is that we've done that. So we now have a map, which I'm not going to put on the inventory for right now, but be aware that we have it. So now we have 3 choices, chat. Yeah, definitely. It was interesting for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. I will probably take a look at that later on for sure, Echo. Good night. All right, so here we go, chat. $ vote space 1. We have the map now. So now $ vote space 1, we go to the left footlocker. Number 2, we go to the right footlocker, or we leave the tent. Go to the left footlocker, that's $ vote space 1. Go to the right footlocker is $ vote space 2. Or leave the tent is $ vote space 3. What's it going to be, chat? Get your votes in now. And the footlockers, by the way, look exactly the same. And you also don't have to open them if you don't want to. So keep that in mind. But we do need votes. So $ vote space 1 to go to the left footlocker, $ vote space 2 for the right footlocker, or $ vote space 3 for leave the tent. My email has just given me the, oh, here is your full numbers and results of your stream because of the, like when it shut down early on. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. Dan has got that left foot locker thing going on. I love it. I love what I see. All right, we have 1 vote right now for left footlocker. And for those of you who are new, again, I am not concerned that we don't have a lot of people in here. We'll get some more as time goes on, but also I don't usually do D&D with viewers at night on a Thursday, so it doesn't surprise me that it's not sort of the usual audience. We kind of changed this around based upon other previous schedule changes earlier in the month, so in case anyone is curious. All right. I'm going to last call this. But now is your chance to get other votes in. Going once. Going twice. Okay. We are going to go to the leftmost footlocker. Okay. Inside the footlocker, you find clothing for a woman. A leather item you initially thought was a small book is clearly thieves' tools. A pouch holds 24 gold pieces, a silver necklace, and a silver ring inset with an opal. You notice some items behind the footlocker, including bloodied leather armor, a short sword, and a pouch that contains a vial of poison. Okay. So let's write some of that down. So let's see. We We already have leather armor, so we probably don't need that. I think. Actually, where is my... Yeah, vestments. Okay. Right. So what we have in there is, let's see. We've got a pouch with 24 gold. Which means that we have 119, 123 gold. Bring that down here. Nope. Didn't want that. All the way white. There we go. Okay, and then I want this. How do I pick select? Free drawing mode. There we go. There we go. So we now have 123 gold. We have got a silver necklace, which is 100 gold, and a silver ring, which is 150 gold. So let's see. If we add text here. Silver necklace. $100 GP. Okay, we got a silver necklace. And we've got in addition to that, we have got a silver ring with an opal. $150 gold. Okay, let's drop that down. Okay, barely fit it. I'm managing to fit it just by the barest of margins. Let's see. So it looks like we don't need any of that unless we want the vial of serpent's venom. So we'll do that. Oops. That was a mistake. Vial of serpent's. Vial of serpent's venom. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put that vial of serpent's venom there because we could theoretically poison the dagger if we wanted to do that. So I will just sort of note that. Okay, so now the question is, basically, chat, do we go to the right footlocker or do we leave the tent? So that's the vote, chat. $vote space 1, we go to the right footlocker. $vote space 2 means we leave the tent. What's it going to be? $ vote space 1, go to the right footlocker. $ vote space 2 is leave the tent. What do we think? So we've got the left footlocker. We've cleared it out. So what are we doing? $ vote space 1, go to the right footlocker. $ vote space 2, leave the tent. Oh, hi, Echo. I thought you were asleep. All right, last call. Mobile while in bed. Ah, okay. I gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. So we got the last call there. We going once. We're going twice. Okay. The right footlocker it is. You open the footlocker and see that it contains some clothing and personal items. Also inside, you find a pouch containing 34 platinum pieces and 4 gems worth 50 gold each. So let's see. We do have some platinum pieces, so 34 platinum. All right. Whoops, nope, redo. Oh, geez. No. Okay. That was a mistake, but it worked. Okay. No, I don't want to move the page. Okay. 34 platinum pieces. We are actually getting kind of rich. Like, this is pretty heady stuff, especially for a level 1. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, man. I messed up. I think we had 124. Darn it, I hit the wrong one. I really need to find an editable version of this. Like, I'm using a editable PDF, like an open source thing, and it works okay, but it's really not optimal. Okay, how many? 34 platinum pieces means 57 platinum pieces. That's what we need. This is the one. 57 platinum pieces. There we go. All right, that's better. That's more like it. Right, so we have that. We also have 4 gems worth 50 gold each. So we're going to have to find a place to sell all this, but 4 gems worth 50 GP each. All right, so we're going to shrink that down. All right, 4 gems worth 50 gold each. But check this out, though. Underneath all the contents is a large sack neatly folded to fit in the footlocker. The sack is black and made of a very sturdy canvas-like material. You recall seeing a sack like this before, although it was smaller. From what you recall, it has magical capacity while remaining nearly weightless. It is a large bag of holding. Let's go. Bag of holding. Yep. That's good stuff, the bag of holding. The power of a bag of holding. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, we've already investigated the map, so now there's something interesting actually when we come out of the encampment, and that is that the 3 bandits that were sitting out in the clearing are gone. You don't know where they are, but they are currently not present. So the question is, chat, do we leave? Do we wait for them to return? Or is that like a permanent bag? You just keep holding the bag, Wenchkin. That's all you do. That's what you're doing. What's going on, Wenchkin? Good to see you, man. Been a little while. So chat, should we wait around for the bandits, or should we head back to the dragon with the map? That is the question. So $ vote space 1 means that we wait around for the bandits. $ vote space 2 means we go back to the dragon. Ooh, good call, Echo. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Wenchkin. We got attacked by this random woman. We got the map. Before we have to battle the bandits, especially given our current spell situation, I would agree. All right, so last call. Get your votes in. Get your votes in now. Have you been, Wenchkin? Going once. Going twice. And sold. All right, we're going back to the place where we went before. We were brought here directly, more or less. They said go to the camp to find it, and we did. So now we go back with this map. So let me scroll over. Here we go. Next question. Oh no. That well, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm glad that you're with us now. I guess I'll say that. I'm glad that you're here with us at the moment. Let's put it that way. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. So, you bring the map back to the area that you came from, which is area number 24, where you find the huge green dragon waiting for you. You place the map in the dragon's enormous taloned claw, and the creature grunts with approval. This has been lost for far too long. It was a certain inevitability that someone would find it and make their way here. You have discovered, though purely by chance, the grave of the Green Flame, a grand title for a simple graveyard. This is where we green dragons come to die. You see, we are not like our brethren dragon who die on their mounds of treasure. Green dragons preserve our history and lineage. That is what you see on the slabs. Each slab represents the entire history of each of the clans. The name of every green dragon in each clan, barring the occasional accident or banishment, is recorded on the family stone. There are more details, but I will not share that with you. When we are close to death, we come here. We record what is needed and then take our final flight into the valley. As you can see, there are tall cliffs with innumerable perches and ledges large enough to accommodate a dragon of my size. I will find one to my liking, and that will be my grave. This has been the way of the green dragon since the first of our kind hatched. From what I understand of your story, the wizard you battled assumed the map led to an unguarded lair filled with treasure. I suppose it was simply a matter of misinterpretation. While some of us do bring an item or two of sentimental value, we do not bring our hoard. That is typically dispersed among our offspring prior to our departure. And the valley, I assure you, is not unguarded. You know of the green cloud and fog, but there are other hidden defenses in the valley itself. But my time draws near, and as much as I have enjoyed our conversation, I must leave, and so must you. As I have said, there are guardians in the valley, and they do inspect the last road from time to time. If they discover you after I leave, you will perish. I thank you for sharing your story with me. It gives an old dragon some comfort. The dragon raises a claw and whispers something in his native language. A small package wrapped in cloth appears in your hands. Here is a gift. It will lead you to the green flame, an emerald of unparalleled value and power. If you are worthy, you will survive the quest. Now, be gone as fast as your feet can carry you. The dragon turns and strides slowly to the edge of the platform overlooking the valley. He spreads his massive wings and takes flight. The grace of his flight is intoxicating, but then his words of warning awaken your sense of self-preservation. Your character has survived, which is itself worthy of celebration, but you can't rest on your laurels for too long. You have discovered the existence of a special gem, the green flame. On returning to the inn, you open the small package the dragon awarded you for your honesty. Within, you have discovered a very old journal written by a sage named Treglasair. With some research and a little help, the digest points you to an ancient city beyond the Black Wall, a city that most believe is nothing more than myth. According to the journal, the green flame lies within that ruined city. Okay, now we have a question, chat, which is, do we wish to repay the innkeeper for his hospitality by paying him? Now, to sort of make up for what he did when he was the one who found us, he kind of lent us some equipment and stuff like that. To make up for it, we would need to pay him 150 gold. Now, we technically have that. If we give him the silver ring with the opal, that's 150 gold right there. So we could do that. So the question is, before we go on to the next step of this, do we want to give the innkeeper the ring, the opal ring, to repay him for his generosity or not? And let me open up a poll. $ vote space 1 means we give him the silver ring with opal to pay him back. $ vote space 2 means we do not. Give the ring plus 50 gold. This is full-fledged D&D. We're giving him like a 50 gold tip. Is that what you mean, Dan? I mean, actually, Dan, in this case, based on the way that this is written, we could do that. So let's first of all decide if we're gonna give him the 150. Let's do that, and then I'll ask additionally if people want to give him an extra 50 gold. So, but let's do this first, okay? So $ vote space 1, give him the ring. $ votes, or give him the 150 gold, basically. $ vote space 2, don't give him the ring. Right. Okay. Okay, just checking. something. All right. Going once. Last call, last call. Going once. Going twice. Alrighty. So, we are going to give him the ring. Now, the question is, chat, Dan has suggested that we also give him an extra 50 gold pieces as basically like a tip. Which, because I'm a human DM in a way, because I am a human DM, and in this case I'm sort of acting that way, I will allow that. So the question is, same question, $ vote space 1, do we give him an additional 50 gold? We do have it to give. We could give him one of the gems, basically. So if we gave him the gem, that would be the 50 gold. So do we give him an additional 50 gold or not? We've used up the silver ring with Opal. That's gone. So do we give him an additional gem? So $ vote space 1 means yes, we do. So we give him an additional 50 gold tip. $ vote space 2 means no, we do not give him the extra tip. You let me know, chat. I figured you would do that, Dan. I figured that made sense. Ooh, that's something I need to look at. I'm going to add something which I did not do before. Okay, we're going to talk about adventure points later, because I missed this, which would allow us a reroll, but it also does carry over. Okay. All right, so let's see. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Let's see, we're doing this the old-fashioned way in terms of experience. Okay. So we are going to give him the 50 gold. Now, we're going to give him the 50 gold, which means that we don't get to add up the money that we had at the end. That is going to be significant for a reason, which I will explain in a moment. So, but we're going to say 3 gems. All right. The reason that matters is that if we give him this 150, we get more experience points. Now, as of right now, in terms of experience, we have got, let's see, 124 plus platinum pieces. So we basically have at the moment 181 experience. Plus, we finished area 24, which was with the dragon. And so because we finished area 24, that means that we get an additional 300 experience points. So right now we are sitting at, let's see, what did I say? 124 plus 57 is 181, I believe that amounts to, plus 300, so that's 481 experience points. However, for every gold that we pay him, we gain another experience point. So because we gave him that money and we gave him the tip, we get an additional 200 gold. So that means we have 124 and 57, so that's 181, plus 300 is 481, plus 200 is 681, and then the last thing is to look at the gold that we have left over that we got on this journey. So that's a 100 gold piece for the necklace, that's 781. And then let's see, was there anything else? Oh, copper, I guess, which or silver rather, which is half. So that is 65. Oh shoot. What was my math? Did I say 7? I think I said 781, right? Plus 65. So 781 plus 65 would be 786 plus 60 would be 846. So I think that gives us 846 experience, which, the reason that matters, you may be like, who cares? Well, I'll tell you why. Because with 846 experience, just a second while I concentrate here. Okay. We go up to level 2, and we are actually only, I believe that's 54 points shy of 900 experience, which is what we would need to get to level 3. So we are now going to be level 2, is what I'm saying here. Level 2 as we go into the next stage. Which I think is cool. Sorcerer level 2. I know. I was trying to figure it out, but I'm like, no, because we did. Oh, wait a minute though. Wait a minute. We didn't do the 3 gems worth 50, did we? Okay, so let's figure this out again. All right, Chad, I forgot about the 3 gems. So, let's do this again. We have 300 from completing the mission, right? 300 experience. We also got another 200 for the innkeeper giving him his money back. So that's 500 experience. In addition to that, we have half the amount of silver that we earned. So that's 65. So 500. So it's 565. Then we have 124. So that's 665 plus 24 is 685, 689. And then 689 plus 57 is 739, 746. So that's 746. Okay. Then we have the silver necklace, that's 846. And then 3 gems for 100, that is for 150, which is 946, 996. So that is enough, actually. I forgot about those gems. All right. So we are actually level 3. Which I think is pretty slick. All right. Level 3. Which means 2 things. 1, it means we get to level up to level 3. And 2, it means we go to the next part of the module, which is called Beyond the Black Wall. Why, thank you, Dragon, and I see what you did there. Alrighty, so that means we have to level our guy up. So let's do that. Level 2 for a sorcerer. Couple of notes about our sorcerer here. All right, so first of all, we get a font of magic, which means that we have 2 sorcery points, and we can do a lot of different things with that. We can use flexible casting. Good sorcerers can do all kinds of cool stuff. You can get additional spell slots. You can sacrifice spell slots to gain additional sorcery points, and things like that. So with 2 sorcery points, we can create another spell slot, and so on. So, sorcery points. The other thing is, we have adventure points. Remind me to talk about adventure points in a bit. All right, so... sorcery points. 2. All right, sounds good. Sleep well, Trippin. Final victory sound play in the background. Yeah. All right, so sorcery points 2. That's going to be useful down the line for sure. Okay. The other thing is that now we have used up. We have now, whoops. All right. We have no longer used any of those. All right, so Magic Missile is back. Great. Okay, so we have a font of magic that gave us the sorcery points. The other thing is that we now know another spell, and we have another spell slot. So, and it's still level, I still believe it's level 1. We haven't gotten to level 2 yet. So, that means that we have another spell slot that we didn't have before. Okay. So now we have spell slots of 3. So we have 3 spell slots, which is pretty slick. Okay. We got that. Awesome. Good for us. We win. Good job. All right. Now, though, we have another spell that we have to get. Now, we already have Detect Magic. We have Disguise Self. We have Expeditious Retreat. We have Magic Missile. So now we have another spell we can get from first level. If I pull up here quickly my list of spells for sorcerers, we have a bunch of different options. And the thing that I want to suggest for everybody, because it's useful at this level, the thing that I want to suggest for everyone at first level is the spell Sleep. So, hey, what's up, Shadow Mage? What's up, man? I want to suggest the spell Sleep. Normally, I would have us go through this, but to save time, I don't actually want us to vote between like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 different kinds of level spells. So we could use Mage Armor, which would slightly improve our AC. We could use things like Thunder Wave, which is an AoE spell, or Color Spray, or things like that. We have Charm Person as well. However, I want to suggest the spell Sleep, because in earlier levels, Sleep can be extremely, extremely useful. Sleep sounds nice. Yeah, I know, right? Well, we got about another half hour-ish to go for us, so... or a little bit beyond it. So, unless anyone has an objection and doesn't want to do Sleep, which, you know, if you don't, you don't. But is everyone cool with us doing Sleep? As I'm writing this out, feel free to say, no, I don't want that. Objection to objections to Sleep. Sleep for shenanigans. It's just very useful for incapacitating a group of guys. And the truth is we did not have a lot of those AoE spells in that first adventure that we just did, which was kind of like a problem, I thought. Okay. So that is level 2. Oh, and then we also need to roll dice, hit dice for us. And I think our hit dice are 1d6. Okay. Plus con, which is 0. All right. Right now we have 6 hit points. So can I have someone in chat, please, vote, sorry, not vote, roll. And you can roll by doing, I believe it is, $, roll. Hold on a second. Yeah. $ roll space D6. $ roll space D6. That's kind of what I thought, Dan. Yeah. $ roll space D6. If someone could roll that, that is going to be our new hit point total, or it's going to be added to our hit point total. $ roll space D6. Would someone be willing? 5. Nice work, Shadowed. Very good. All right, that's good. So that means we're up to 12 now. Good job, Shadow Mage. $12 is our total now. Actually, wait. Okay, we're going to do that too because that's our maximum. Do this. Perfect. All right, there we go. 12, I love it. All right, so that was what we did at 2nd level. Now, at 3rd level, though, we have some other things that happen too. At 3rd level, we get meta magic, which means that we gain the ability to twist our spells to suit our needs. We get 2 of the following meta magic options of our choice. You can only use 1 meta magic option on a spell when you cast it. So here are our meta magic spell options, chat, and I'm going to give you a choice to be able to do this. So, Careful Spell. So Careful Spell means when you cast a spell forcing other creatures to make a saving throw, you can protect some of those creatures from the spell's full force. So let's say that you cast a fireball at like, you know, into a room, and 4 of the people in the room are enemies and 1 of them is a friend of yours. There's 5 people, 4 of them are bad guys, 1 is a good guy. Okay, let's say that's the situation. In that scenario, you can use Careful Spell, spending a sorcery point, and you choose a number of those creatures up to your charisma modifier. And your charisma modifier, I believe, is 2. So you can choose up to 2 creatures. Those 2 creatures automatically succeed on their saving throw against the spell. So that's a Careful Spell. That's one of the meta magic options we could have. Distant Spell means that you can double the range of a spell. If a spell has a range of 10, you could make the range 20 and so on, and you do that by using a sorcery point. Empowered Spell means that you can spend a sorcery point to re-roll damage for a spell up to your charisma modifier, number the damage dice. So if you roll like, say, 2d6 and you get like 1 and 3, you can use Empowered Spell to re-roll it, those 2 dice, and to increase the damage. You do that by using a sorcery point. Extended Spell means that you extend the time that a spell lasts. So if a spell lasts for a minute, you can spend a sorcery point to double its duration if you use Extended Spell. Last 4. Heightened Spell. When you cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw to resist its effects, you can spend 3 sorcery points, which, let me make sure that we have 3 sorcery points. We do have 3 sorcery points, so we'd use them all, but that means to give 1 target of the spell disadvantage on the saving throw against that spell. Quicken spell, when you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to make it into a bonus action. So it basically means that you could cast it on your turn and then do something else, which could be pretty useful. And that costs, again, 2 sorcery points. A subtle spell is when you cast a spell totally silently. You can use a sorcery point to cast it basically without making any noise. And the last one is Twinned spell. When you cast a spell that targets only one creature, you can spend a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level, which is usually going to be level 1 or 2, to target a second creature in range with the same spell. So if you cast, like, say, Magic Missile, you could spend a sorcery point to cast another Magic Missile on somebody else, which is pretty useful. So we get 2 meta magic, okay? So given, I really like sorcerers, by the way. So given meta magic, here is what you've got. Careful spell, distant spell, empowered spell, extended spell. I've seen Brandon use these to great effect in Eberron. Heightened spell, quicken spell, subtle spell, and twinned spell. So you get to choose, chat, here 2. You get to choose 2, so you can vote for 2 of these choices. So $ vote space 1 for careful, 2 for distant, 3 for empowered, 4 for extended, 5 for heightened, 6 for quickened, 7 for subtle, 8 for twinned. So go ahead and vote for 2, please. And it will take 2 votes from you. That's cool that we got up to 3rd level. Okay, so go ahead and vote. $ vote space, like Shadowed is doing. You get to do it twice. So Shadowed voted for 1, and he's going to vote for a second one. You can do the same thing. And then we'll take the top 2 vote getters, and those ones are going to be the ones that are going to be our spell choices. Or meta magic choices, I mean. And we get to choose another meta magic choice when we get higher level, but not for a while. Not until level 10. Vote 6. If that's the wrong command, you could oh, yeah, exclamation point vote. Oh man, an important command, but not at the moment. All right, so right now we have twin spell, empowered spell, and quicken spell. But I need votes from other people because we need to get a break the tie between empowered and quickened. If you have a vote for one of them and you want to change your vote to another one, you can do that. Otherwise, everyone get in your votes. Again, you can vote for 2 of these. So $ vote, whatever it is, $ vote again for whatever it is. Oh, goodness. Oh, it increases by 1 whenever you gain a level in this class. So we actually, because we have Draconic Resilience, so actually our hit point total is 13. Not 12. That's cool. Nice. I forgot about that Draconic Resilience. We're going to get that again when we figure out hit points. Thank you, Nonstop. All right, I'm going to last call this. Right now we have Twinned and Quickened, which are our 2 options. Oh, we had even more than I thought because we had that treasure. The green plate and the 2 rubies. That's where I put this stuff. Okay. 3 gems worth 50 gold each. 3 gems worth 50 gold each. I forgot about that. So I'm going to add another 125 to our experience because we had more than I thought. 150 more to our experience. So that is 150 would be 1,096. So 1,146. Nice. Okay. All right, and then let's see. Delete that. And we're going to move the silver necklace, 100 GP. Go. Forgot that treasure was on that side. Okay. Love it. Okay. Yeah, it made a lot more sense anyway. Okay. Going once, going twice, and... All right. Quickened spell and twinned spell. Alright, so for meta magic, we've got Quicken Spell. For meta magic, very useful. Okay. Lovely. Perfect. Great. Okay. Wonderful. So now what we have to do is we have to do hit points, and because we got to level 3, we get because we got to level 3, we actually now also know a second level spell. So we're going to talk about second level spells in a minute, but first I want to do hit points and adventure points and get that out of the way. So, Shadowed, would you be so kind as to roll another 6-sided die? It's going to be 1d6, and we're going to add 1 to it because of our Draconic Resilience. So, 1d6 plus 1 for our level. Damn, look at that. 7 more points. That means that we are now up to 20. Good stuff. Man, Shadowed comes in just dropping bombs here. All right. Outstanding. Okay. Now, as far as adventure points are concerned, adventure points basically are sort of like hero points in Eberron. So they allow you to re-roll things, and they carry over from level to level if we don't use them. So in this case, we didn't use it. And that means that we currently have, we started with 1, we got a second at second level, another at third. So we are currently sitting at 3 adventure points. Very useful. Which is awesome. Okay, so the only thing now we need to do is we've got to figure out our second level spell. Now, there are a lot of second level spells, but they are all important. And some of them, depending on what we do, are particularly useful. So, I will tell you what we have for second level. Okay. So, a lot of these are really good, but let's see if I can give us, if I can narrow these down. Let me narrow these down, chat, because I don't want us to, there's like 20 of these, and I don't want to have to have us vote on 20 of them. So instead, I will give us some ones that might be appropriate for us. Let's see. Yeah, so that's... Alter Self is not going to be useful here in this adventure. Blindness and deafness, though. You can blind or deafen a foe. Okay, rather than putting all these down for us to vote on in the thing, which is going to take a while, let me just go through these, okay? And then you can tell me in chat what you would like, what you want to vote for. And we get one of these spells, one of them, okay? So, blindness and deafness. You can blind or deafen a foe. You choose a creature you see within range to make a con saving throw. If it fails, the target is either blind or deafened, your choice, for the duration. So that's blindness and deafness. Blur is that your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering to all who can see you. For the duration, which is up to a minute, any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you, although an attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight or can see through illusions. So blur is basically a sort of self-protective spell, all right? Then we have Cloud of Daggers. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within 60 feet. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time in a turn or starts its turn there. So Cloud of Daggers, definitely useful. Crown of Madness. I created the Crown of Madness. Okay. The Crown of Madness, if I can ever find it. There it is. One humanoid of your choice within range must succeed, which is 120 feet, must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. Must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. So that you have to regain control every turn of it, but still. So that's Crown of Madness. Darkness. Darkness is basically magical darkness, and helps to sort of, make it hard for people to see. I think that's probably self-explanatory. Dark vision is unnecessary for us. Detect thoughts Detect thoughts allows you to read the thoughts of certain creatures. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, but if you probe deeper, the target has to make a wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, something that looms large in its mind, something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, the spell ends, but either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind. You can also detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see with this spell. So detect thoughts basically is read people's minds. So there's that. Enhanced ability. Enhanced ability means, you said, enhanced ability basically allows you to put on yourself or someone else improvement to their con, to their strength, to their dex, to their charisma, to their intelligence, to their wisdom. So you get to choose one of those when you actually use this spell. All right, enlarge, reduce causes a creature or object to grow larger or smaller for the duration. And if you cause someone to grow, then a target has advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws, and the target's attacks deal 1d4 extra damage. You can also reduce them in size if you want. Okay, Gust of Wind. Gust of Wind allows you to, you said, Gust of Wind, a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. The gust disperses gas, extinguishes candles, torches, and unprotected flames. Creatures, if they fail the saving throw, are pushed 15 feet away from you when you used Gust of Wind. Hold Person, which is a real classic, basically freezes people in place. You choose a humanoid, they must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. So Hold Person, very, very useful. We have Invisibility. I think that should stand for itself. Knock allows you to try to open a closed lock on a door or a chest. Levitate, again, self-explanatory, I think. Mirror Image. What a mirror image allows you to do is 3 duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. So every time a creature targets you with an attack while the spell is going on, you roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. So basically improves your chances of survival. Misty Step has gotten a lot of use over the years. It allows you to teleport up to 20 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Think Nightcrawler, basically. Hey, what's up, Gary and Kellis? Think Nightcrawler, basically, is what we're looking at there. Let's see. That was, what was that? Mirror image? Okay, Misty Step, yes. All right, last few. Phantasmal Force. Phantasmal Force is... drum roll. Phantasmal Force is you craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature you can see within range. On a failed intelligence saving throw, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice, no larger than a 10-foot cube, perceivable only to the target. It includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli evident only to the creature. So the target treats the phantasm as if it were real. And it can even take damage from the illusion because it's convinced this thing is real. So that is pretty useful in its own way. Okay, last few. Scorching Ray, another classic. There we go. Scorching Ray, there we go. Create 3 rays of fire, hurl them at targets within range. You make a ranged spell attack for each ray, and on a hit, the target takes 2d6 fire damage, which is pretty good. See Invisibility, self-explanatory. Shatter, which has been used by more than one person in these games. Shatter basically means a loud, ringing noise, intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. If the creatures fail a con saving throw, they take 3d8 thunder damage. A creature made of inorganic material like stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw, and a non-magical object that's not being worn or carried also takes the damage. So Shatter is pretty powerful, but you got to be careful with it. And then last 3. Spider Climb, which basically lets you climb up walls like a spider, basically, and change other people so they can do the same thing. Suggestion, which means you're basically saying to somebody, lay down your weapons, and if they fail their save, they will do what it is you ask them. And the last thing is Web, to basically trap people so that they are stuck in that place. So, chat, I would like you to tell me, just tell me in chat, which of these spells you would like. Blindness and Deafness is 1. Number 2, Blur. Number 3, Cloud of Daggers. Number 4, Crown of Madness. Number 5, Darkness. Number 6, Detect Thoughts. Number 7, Enhance Ability. Number 8, Enlarge Reduce. Number 9, Gust of Wind. 10 is Hold Person. 11 is Invisibility. 12 is Knock. 13 is Levitate. 14 is Mirror Image. 15 is Misty Step. 16, Phantasmal Force. 17, Scorching Ray. 18, See Invisibility. 19, Shatter. 20, Spider Climb. 21, Suggestion. 22, Web. So, what do we say? Hey, what do we say? Chat, what of those spells sound interesting to you? Just tell me in chat, and the one with the most votes will be the one that we choose. Or at least will be nominated, and then we'll take a vote between them. So what grabs your interest from those? Gust does not do damage, but it pushes them. So pick one of them, Gary. Okay, so Shatter, that's one nomination. So we'll put that as a nomination, basically. All right, so Hold Person. Okay, so Shatter. Hold Person. Push away a Stinking Cloud. It can do that. So I'm going to say that you're saying Gust of Wind, Gary. Misty Step, always a classic. Very good, very good. Any other nominations? Yeah, I know, but that's the way this works, though. Everyone gets their voice heard. In your own playthrough, you would hesitate, yeah. Blind Deaf for trolling. Yeah, well, we only took the one nomination there, so... Hi, honey, you ready? Okay, I'll be right there. Alright, spells known. 4, 4, 2... And that now gives us, by the way, 4 first level spells. And then I'm going to do the vote. Spider Climb. Oh, well, you can nominate either one. Nominate either Gust of Wind or Spider Climb, Gary. One of the two. Four slots. And this one... is 2. Okay. Because I'm gonna put these up for a vote is what I'm gonna do. So, all right, I'm gonna assume we're gonna stick with this. So here we go, chat. I'm gonna head down because I'm just gonna tuck my daughter in. Then we're gonna come back up. While I am gone, you're going to vote, and then I'm just going to start us out. We're only going to really have time to just get started. I understand. That's fine. You know, no pressure. No pressure. I am going to get us started on the second part of the adventure, but we're not going to go very far into it because it's getting a little bit late. But that's fine. We will at least get started, and we will have leveled up our character, and we hadn't leveled up since we started this a few sessions ago, which was some months now. So, Shatter, Hold Person, Gust of Wind, and Misty Step. I think everything else we've actually got because we're not at level 4 yet, so I think we're good there. So yeah. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to open this up. $ vote space 1 means you're voting for Shatter. This time you can only vote for one. $ vote space 2 means Hold Person. $ vote space 3 means Gust of Wind. $ vote space 4 means Misty Step. Whatever you vote for, that's the second level spell that we'll get. Then I will come back. We will set up for the second adventure, and then we'll wrap up after that. All right, so I'll be back in just a minute. While I'm gone, please vote for these spells. Choose one of those spells for us. Okay, I am back. All right, sounds good, Dan. See you soon. We're going to be on for, like I say, just about another 10, 15 minutes maybe. All right, so we have 2 votes for Misty Step, 1 vote for Hold Person. I'm going to put this as last call. Ooh, and also, I have to... Let's see if I... Let's see. Okay, I don't want to do any of that. I want to... Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, I am just fixing this map, chat. Okay, paste, crop, save as. Up here, go over here. There. Okay, good, good. Okay, see you, Shadowed. Thank you as always. There have been some changes for 5.5. I've had a chance to look at some of it. A lot of the changes, honestly, are related more to character creation. And I think that for the most part, I think it's interesting, the character creation changes. I am basically going to be transitioning my people, as I start new campaigns or move into another. Like, for example, Eberron is going to be coming to a close pretty soon, and when it does come to a close, the next thing we would be using 5.5 rules, and I'm basically going to do it that way. I didn't want to change things in the middle of some of my games. When my crew comes for By the Dice Roll, that is currently doing Ghost of Saltmarsh, when they get done with that thing, I'm also going to be doing that. So, switching them to 5.5. So now we have this. Just loading up our next map, chat. Yeah. For some reason, my cats find the crossbar to my kite, to a kite that I have, the most fascinating toy that has ever existed. So, like, there are other things that they will be like, oh, like, I'm not that... Like, right now, my one cat is going nuts, like, jumping over and jumping up and down. There we go. Jumping up and down on this thing. It's pretty funny. You might learn from them. That's true. I mean, that's quite possible. I would agree. Okay. Almost ready to show you the map, and then we'll finish up with a spell here. Yeah, honestly, Jumpgate, this new Roll20 is so much better. Like, I'm also transitioning to that slowly. And, like, it's It's pretty great, quite honestly. There we go. Great, lovely. All right. Very cool. Yeah, I just think it makes sense from what I've seen. I pretty much don't have a problem with most of the changes. And they sort of fixed things that would not have otherwise been fixed. I don't know whether they've rolled it out in the most clever way, to be honest. Like, I think a lot of people are like, wait, what happened? There's a new thing, 5.5? It's not, it's kind of, it's a little odd in how they've rolled it out, but in terms of just as a product, I think it's done pretty well. So, that's my sense of what I'm going to do. And it's not going to go backwards, right? So I might as well do it this way, is my thought. Healing spells, yeah, like some of those things I need to look more into. I've only just made the conclusion that I mentioned, so. All right. Misty Step it is. So let's move to that one. Let's add that to our guy. Oops. Okay. Great. All right. So there we go. Our guy has now got 4 spell slots for level 1. He's got 2 spell slots for level 2. We still have our cantrips. And he has got a little bit of treasure. We can't, just as a reminder, we can't double dip on this. So we can't next level be like, oh, we get more level treasure again. Like, it doesn't work that way. So it has to be new treasure that we get that sort of applies to it. But 1,146 experience points, pretty good. Level 3 now. So feeling pretty good about all of that. Misty Mountain Hop. Yeah, and Misty Spell is pretty cool. So, all right. So here we go, chat. And I am going to show you this map in just a moment. Okay. So again, we're just going to start this. We're not going to get very far into it. We're just going to basically start the first little bit of it, and then we will close up shop for the night. But we will have made some good progress here. Okay. We are into part 2, which is called Beyond the Black Wall. So we've done the prequel. We won that. We did Legacy of the Green Flame. Grave of the Green Flame. The whole thing is Legacy of the Green Flame. Grave of the Green Flame. We did that. And now we're on to Beyond the Black Wall. So here we go. And let me get some different music here. Yeah, D&D Beyond. I have not done much with D&D Beyond because it's just yet another service that I'm like, oh man. But I really need to do a little more work with it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with this. Okay. The Black Wall. It took you 2 months, 1,100 experience points, not hit points. Experience points. We have 20 hit points at level 3, which is thanks to 2 good rolls from Shadowed. It took you 2 months to track down a sage that had any knowledge of a city beyond a black wall. The search for information cost you most of your gold, and you were sure you were on a fool's errand. Just as you were ready to concede that the old dragon had lied, you were contacted by a sage that had heard of your investigation through whatever methods sages use to communicate with one another. Apparently, sages move at an astonishingly slow pace. The sage, young by comparison to his contemporaries, had stumbled across a passage regarding a black-walled city while researching the movements of various giant clans that lived throughout the Cloudspire Mountains. The short reference indicated that a deserted city lay near a narrow mountain pass at the northern end of the Great Wood where it bordered the Cloudspire Mountains. But that region of the world is still wild and mostly unexplored and only vaguely charted. The sage could not find a map that indicates the location of the pass or city. With that small sliver of knowledge, you decided to search out the pass and city. After several weeks of careful exploration, you again questioned your self-appointed mission. Just as you decided to end the quest, you heard the baying of wolves, or most probably wargs, and the drums of goblins. You bypassed the goblin tribe days before, but now it seems your cautious movements have been discovered. The only direction of escape is north and away from civilization and safety. The goblin pursuit has been relentless. You have been running for days, your direction pushed closer to the mountains as the goblins are clearly trying to use the mountains as a trap. Somehow you inadvertently violated their sacred burial grounds, and now you must be slain. You've used every trick you could think of, including walking in streams to hide your movement. You even managed to catch a squirrel. You tied a swatch of clothing to the animal in hopes it would lead your pursuers on a wild goose chase. But you are out of tricks, and the pursuit is gaining. The land increasingly becomes covered with foothills and valleys, and your movement slows with each passing day. The goblins are now within hours of catching you. The baying of their wargs is reaching a fevered pitch, and now you can even distinguish the blood-chilling sound of goblin shouts and laughter. The mountains to your left are now very close, and the woods begin to thin to the right as you move north. The ground begins to level to your front, and the woods, which had started to thicken again. You rush forward, hoping the thicker wood will slow your pursuers. After several hours, it seems your strategy to push through the heavy woods has slowed your pursuers, if only for a short duration. But your smile fades. All right, sounds good, Ripon. Good night, man. Sleep well. Your smile fades as the woods again begin to thin. You're determined to forge ahead, even though your body aches from the long days of flight. Then, off to your left, something catches your eye. A flash of black against a backdrop of green and brown halts your run. You fight the pull of self-preservation and continued flight and turn west toward the mountains. Moving through a thicket of birch trees, you find yourself standing before a 30-foot-high stone wall, a wall that is black as night. And I actually have a picture for this, so I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to get rid of, what is that? No, not that. That was that axe beak, but whoops. Don't need that now. All right, so all right, there's that, and then this, paste, crop, save as. Black wall. All right, Chad, here we go. So this is what you see. Right here. That is what you see. What a lovely place. You look at it and you hear, "Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely space. And living it up at the..." Okay. So, here you are looking at this thing. The wall is smooth and featureless. Disturbingly, not a single plant grows within several feet of the monolithic structure. Just to your left, the wall is collapsed and forms a 10-foot wide gap. Further to your left, you see a stream exit beneath the wall through a great covered tunnel. To your right, a massive pine tree has fallen and leans against the wall. The tree is broken on the apex where it meets the wall, and its upper trunk disappears as it descends on the back side of the wall. You have found the black wall and presumably the city that lies behind it. Beyond the wall and city is the gap and safety. Suddenly, you are reminded of your current dilemma as the yipping of the wargs and goblins interrupts your astonishment. They are very close now, probably not more than minutes. Hotel Arizona, I guess so. All right, so now, chat, I'm going to show you the map. And then we're going to make our choice, and that'll probably be our last choice of the evening. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay. So we, right now, okay. We right now are down here. Okay, we're in area number 1 here. So the question is, we could move through the gap in the wall. We could investigate the stream and the tunnel in the wall. That's what's over here. We could investigate the fallen tree at the wall, which is over here. Or we could ignore the wall and continue to flee from the goblins. Or move forward and touch the black wall. So let me put those out there as a choice. What should we do? We can move through the gap in the wall. Question mark. Investigate the stream and tunnel in the wall. We could investigate the fallen tree at the wall. That's the one that kind of goes over the wall. Whoops. Ignore the wall and continue to flee the goblins. Or move forward and touch the black wall. All right, chat, what should we do? Go back to the beginning. Do we move through the gap in the wall? That's $vote space 1. Investigate the stream and tunnel in the wall. That's $vote space 2. Investigate the fallen tree at the wall. That's $vote space 3. Ignore the wall and continue to flee the goblins. Oh, sorry. You try that again. I beg your pardon. I did that wrong. Try that again. Sorry, Dragon. Ignore the wall and continue to flee the goblins is $vote space 4. And move forward and touch the black wall is $vote space 5. So what's it going to be, chat? Get your votes in now. Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. That makes it a little easier to see. God, this reveal mask is so much better. Okay. There we go. It makes it a little easier. The kid's in the wall. I see what you did there. Yeah, they're all scary, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? $vote space 1, move through the gap in the wall. 2, investigate the stream and tunnel in the wall. 3, investigate the fallen tree at the wall. 4, ignore the wall, continue to flee the goblins. 5, move forward and touch the black wall. We have 1 vote for 3, 1 vote for 5. So please get your votes in now, chat. This will probably be the last vote of the night. Investigate the fallen tree at the wall. Non-stop with the vote for investigate the fallen tree. Last call, last call. Going once. Going twice. All right. We are investigating the fallen tree at the wall. So I will read you what happens there. Okay. A massive pine tree has fallen against the black wall and split in half, forming a natural ladder on both sides of the wall. The tree is dead, and its pine needles lay on the ground. Actually, I lied. We'll do one more vote, because this other vote will help decide this thing. So, last vote, sorry. Should we climb the tree and attempt to cross the wall? Should we leave the area and return to the gap in the wall? Or leave the area and move to the stream tunnel? This will be the last vote. So $ vote space 1 means we climb the tree and attempt to cross the wall. And again, we're right now looking at this. Okay, so that's $ vote space 1 is climb the tree, attempt to cross the wall. $ vote space 2 is leave this area and come back to the gap in the wall, which is here. And $ vote space 3 means we leave this area and we go back to the stream and the tunnel. So right now we're on this tree. So what do you think, chat? $ vote space 1 means we are going to attempt to climb the tree and get over the wall. $ vote space 2 means we leave the area and return to the gap in the wall that's here. And $ vote space 3 means we're going to leave the area and go here to the stream and the tunnel. So go ahead and get your votes in, please. Okay, 3 votes. That seems pretty definitive. Going once. Last calling it. Going once. Going twice. Okay. So, the tree is easy to climb, though the branches are very brittle. The trunk should be thick enough to easily support your weight, but nevertheless it creaks and groans as you progress and reach the apex atop the wall. You take a moment to observe the city from your perch. Most of the city is in ruin, and only a few dozen structures remain standing where there must have been hundreds before. The buildings are all just a single story and appear to be made of carved stone. Most of the ruined city is now choked with impassable swaths of scrub brush, trees, and rubble. Several streets, not much more than footpaths, cross the city and provide access to the far north end and the mountain pass that leads to safety. Near the pass, perched about 100 feet above the ruins, a temple remains intact. Whether a trick of the sun or some other factor, the stones of the temple appear to glow with a dull and dark green light. Suddenly, the shout of goblins disturbs your survey. Several arrows screech past your head. You quickly descend into the city without another thought. Okay, I need us to make a DC strength check. So, Shadowed, let's see. I'm going to, if you would be kind enough, or Dragon, or someone could, strength check is +2. So we're going to be doing a D20 +2, making the strength check. Let's see. An 8 is not going to get it done. That's true. So it means that we fall, and we are going to suffer 1 million damage. No, we are going to suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage. 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Whoops, wait. That's 15 is what we have left. We took 5 points of damage. Okay. Slam. You suffer 100 million damage. However, having said that, that did happen, but at least we're inside the wall. And that is something which would have been a lot different otherwise. And it's going to lead us to this area, which I'm just going to reveal. Yep, 7. Just revealing enough so we can see what we're dealing with here. Nice. Okay. So when we start next time, chat, we are going to be starting. Let's move this picture over here. Actually, this one now we can probably get rid of because we're now inside the wall. So when we start next time, we're going to be starting in Area 7 inside this mysterious city. All because we came here to try to gather information, if we possibly can, about the greened flame, an emerald of unsurpassed beauty and size. This is our only clue as to its location. And so we're going to see what happens when we get to the other side of it. Very cool. We got done with Grave of the Green Flame, and now we are on to Beyond the Black Wall. Very cool. So good. Let me get rid of this then. Clear all. And I'm going to close down the poles for that. If I can find where I put them. There they are. Okay. Going to get rid of Dice Roller also. And I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to close that. There we go. Very neat. Blackwall is actually a fire. What is that true? Is it in reality? Is that the case, Dragon? That's pretty cool. So good stuff tonight, folks. We did a good job with this, I think. And okay, it's saving this. Saving our PDF. And we got our guy leveled up, and we got him some more spells. I feel like I was a little worried about that. Oh, to protect everyone from rogue AI. We could use that too. I feel like we're going to be in a better position now. Even though sorcerers and wizards and stuff are not like just literally you just have to protect them in like bubble wrap for the first couple of levels the way it used to be with old editions of D&D. But even taking that into account, this is right. But even taking that into account, still, you know, a guy who's got 7 hit points plus a 2 hit point buffer is pushing it. And we didn't use adventure points, and we actually have adventure points that we can use next time. So that actually will help us. But having said all of that, cool. But having said all of that, we're going to be in a better spot, I think, to be able to do this exploration. And I have no idea what this city holds for us. I think it's interesting. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I think it's interesting that we started. There we go. That we started basically getting knocked out by bandits. And then all of a sudden we were like, there's actually a much bigger adventure that's associated with it. That's the whole like call to adventure thing that makes a big difference. So good stuff tonight, chat. But that is going to do it for us for this evening. We will have more D&D with viewers in a couple of months when we get back to Beyond the Black Wall. But for right now, I just want to remind everybody about 2 things. Number 1, on Saturday, we will have D&D with Infinity Beyond, more Eberron Oracle of War, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You will not want to miss that. That is moving into the final part of Season 5, and the completion of Season 5 will take place during ArvCon. So that'll be a season finale, not a series finale, after which we'll start the final season of Eberron Oracle of War. So there's that. And then the second thing is... Yeah, no kidding, Dragon. But the second thing is that the following week is ArvCon. So tomorrow I am going to be announcing the corporate sponsors, and I'm also going to be announcing the schedule for ArvCon, which is pretty much just about finished. And I will be announcing what that schedule looks like. It's going to be starting, of course, a week from this Friday. I am very excited for this. We are going to have multiple tabletop play. We're going to have a concert. We are going to have a couple of special events, including an interview with the scientists from Damon Runyon. They will also be a part of this adventure with Damon Runyon, doing a tabletop adventure with us, which will be really awesome. I am very excited as well. Yeah, I know, Shadow. I've still been waiting to hear from some of them, but I will get you the list shortly as we go through when we do that overlay. And then we are also going to have giveaways all weekend, I should say, starting on Friday, ending on Monday. We will have giveaways of the two things, again, including two beautiful photographs, one from Drew the Damager, one from Prince Justin, which I just did the unboxing of tonight. So I'm very excited about that. And then we will have a bunch of giveaways in terms of like books and, game books and all that kind of stuff, board games. We'll be giving away a bunch of those things, plus video game codes and all that kind of stuff, as we always do, all to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. Again, we have $5K is going to be the goal for this time, $5,000. And if we hit that $5,000 mark, that means that we will surpass $40,000 over the 11-year history of ArvCon to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, which I think is pretty awesome. And we already are $250 of the way there because Thordax Mommy has given us the earliest ever donation of $250. So we have $4,750 left to reach that 5,000 goal. Very excited for that. It's going to be awesome. So please mark your calendars for that. That is going to be, as I say, a week from, I guess now today, because now it's 12:30 on Friday. So it's going to be great. That's cheating. Hey, listen. As long as it's helping in the fight against cancer, it's worth it. But it's not totally because there's a thing that has to happen. Tren and John have to make their mustaches and beards into what's known as the sort of Fu Manchu beard mustache thing. They have to be able to do that, which they already agreed to do. So you'll see them like that during the course of some of ArvCon anyway. And then after that, they can shave normally. But so that was the request. And so there was payment for the cheating, is what I'm saying. So that's what's going on with that. We will be dark on Friday. Every $20 raised during Shadowgrew slot gives one of the players one free reroll of any of their rolls. Nice. Yeah, and I have to confirm that with you, Shadowed. It's looking like Saturday night after the concert is looking optimal because of when the vocalists are able to do things. So it's looking like Saturday, and I hope that'll be okay. But I will double check with you about that. Otherwise, the rest of this is pretty much set. And as I say, I'll be announcing that full schedule tomorrow. So that's going to be awesome. But for right now, I am going to close up shop. If you liked what you saw and heard today, okay, cool. Yeah, that's it. It seems like it's going to make the most sense. So I really appreciate your flexibility. So if you liked what you saw and heard today, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and thank you for everyone who was watching over there on that channel tonight. Please subscribe to me over there. We are up to a new record. We had another couple of people subscribe, so we're now up to 1,102 subscribers. The more that we get over there, the better it is for the algorithm. My goal was to hit 1,100 by ArvCon. We've done that, now surpassed it, so let's keep it rolling. I would love to see that. Thank you for those of you watching over on YouTube already. Discord, !ArvCord, Twitter, !ArvTweets, Blue Sky, !ArvSky, website, arvanellarun.com. Financially, yeah, well, and the other thing that's to note is the fact that I've explained to everybody that the real reason to do this, like, it's all nice to say that it's for cancer research, but really it's for bragging rights about who can raise the most money. That's really the key. No, I'm just kidding. The joke used to be everyone would be like, we're tier this or we're tier that. Eberron has raised, or I should say Infinity and Beyond has raised the most money in the past, but the last couple of years it has not been them. Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks, when it was Esper Genesis, raised the most money one year. The last year, I believe it was the Scientists that actually raised the most money, which seems appropriate. But who knows? We would love to see the bragging rights of having raised the most for the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. I'm all about it. So whoever wins, I'm sign me up. It's going to be great. But anyway, so again, arvinelderman.com. Financially, !ARV shop for the merchandise area, !ARV Treon for that Patreon. My goal is to get that to triple digits. We're at double digits now. I want to get that into triple digits if we can. It really does help the channel financially. And so if we can get into that, just like we got the subscription goal for YouTube, I'd be very happy about that. Moving into ARVCon. On the publishing front, oh, and also don't forget to subscribe, as several of you did today, including Dragonspear. You get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. And there's more emotes on the way, so keep that in mind too. Exclamation Point Icarus is my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Exclamation Point Library is my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Exclamation Point Greyshade is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, available right now. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade there from our very own Trent Sparks. And you can pre-order the Greyshade TTRPG, which is coming out from Alligator Alley Entertainment and our very own Brandon O'Brien. That is in edits now. It is going to be released at Gen Con this year. So now is the time to pre-order it. You are going to love it. I'm serious. I'm really excited about Greyshade TTRPG. Brandon has done a wonderful job. It's going to be great. So that is going to do it for now. Oh, you finished running it. How did they like it, Shadowed? Did you run the whole thing? Did you run all 3 parts? Hey, from your lips to God's ears, Dragon. I've been talking to some people about those possibilities, but can only go so far. The whole thing, all 3 parts, they enjoyed it. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. That's great. I'm really excited about that you did that. That's very cool. That's very cool. And hopefully, I mean, I know a lot of other people have run it too. I told you all that I ran into someone who posted, they ran the adventure and they like did all these, like they did a full out battle map. I mean, like a physical, like Dwarven Forge battle map with like cotton for the mist of the rooms and everything. It was pretty baller. I was like, wow, this is awesome. So I love to hear that. Whenever anybody is playing those games, I'm like, please, it warms my heart. Very, very cool. Yeah. Well, when I ran that at the end of Hearthglow last month in April at Sacred Heart, that practically wiped out. Like 2 of them went down, were unconscious. Like Elder Hanu was almost taken out. Yeah, I mean, that wizard is a badass wizard. Badass on purpose. So did they get some allies? Did they get any? They had to have gotten some, so I would assume. So did they get some allies in that last part that helped them? Oh, just the Treant. Oh, just Stillwater. Oh, interesting. So they never actually got. They didn't find the Forester, and they didn't not the goblins or wait. They didn't even have. They didn't even have Frug Barknackle, and freaking Doomfang. They didn't have Doomfang. Oh, Frug was there. Okay, Frug, and then they got the Treant. Okay, cool. All right, that's good. I mean, listen, Stillwater's valuable. That's pretty funny, though. That's awesome. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall about that. That's cool. Okay, but anyway, so yes, those are those things. So exclamation point Greyshade for all that. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Yep. Same, and that typically happens. Yeah, that happened in mine as well, basically. I had a lot of fun with Doomfang and Frug. The people were like, when my son was there watching, and he had never seen that part, and I forgot. Like, it's the most thing is like basically family friendly within reason, but he is so sensitive to mention of things like death and dying. And when we mentioned that Doomfang, he was not happy. He was very upset. Like, fortunately, Little Arv was able to bring him out and sort of comfort him. And then when he came back in, he felt better. And then he felt really happy that the kit, Doomfang's kit, is back. And so that becomes Frugs. And then he felt better. But I was like, whoops, I didn't remember about the fact that was going to be an issue for him. But anyway, it worked out okay. Doomfang is a very powerful steed dragon. And if you want to know more, you'll have to check out Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. They're talking to me, by the way. I need to talk to them at Gen Con. I'm going to be speaking to Alligator Alley. The hope is that we can do a volume 2 in D&D, yeah. A volume 2 of Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, which would be called Legacy. No. I think it's called Legacy of the Forbidden Library. But it's basically parts 4, 5, and 6 of this campaign. So we're talking about it. That would be pretty cool because they sold very well. Like, the first one sold quite well. It was a run of 1,500 copies, print copies. And digitally, it continues to sell well. It's an Electrum seller on DM's Guild. On DriveThruRPG. But it's 1,500 copies, and they're just about sold out. So that's sold very well. And so I was like, listen, I've written the next 3 parts. I ran them. So Greyshade is the first priority. Once that gets out, though, like I say, at Gen Con this year, I'm going to try to talk to them about it. That might be the next thing that they're going to be moving on to do. And they have 2 big things coming up. Greyshade is the big one. The other one is they got the Phantasy Star TTRPG license, which has now been officially announced. So that's a big deal for them. Like, they got the legit Sega licensed tabletop role-playing game of Phantasy Star that they're designing. So that's a big deal for them, and that's a big boost in cash for them as well. So Greyshade, the Sega game. Yep. Greyshade, the Sega series, really. Greyshade, exactly, Dragon. That's what I said. It's a big get for them. So Greyshade, and then Phantasy Star, and then we're thinking about Tales and Tomes Volume 2 for me, and a bunch of people that would then contribute to it again. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. We will see a lot going on. Professionally, I'm hoping a lot going on this year. So anyway, I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragon Spear, Prince Justin, Shadow Mage, Triffany Mats, Drew the Damager, the best mods in the business. Thank you again to Prince Justin, by the way, for the giveaway item. It looks amazing. So thank you. That's right, Skydawn Game Studios. That's right. And Skydawn is the game studio for Rich Lescouflair. And basically that is his studio, but it's being published by Alligator Alley, basically, Lord. But yeah, that's Rich Lescouflair, who did Esper Genesis and who wrote Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks, which they are sponsoring us because we're currently playing that Expedition to Mysterious Peaks on this channel. So yeah. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Prince Justin, Shadow, Triffid, Drew, Nonstop. And thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Butthurt Gamer, Craigery, Darth Sisu, Gary, Ankylis, Jagtris, Lord, of course, and Shroomp. Thank you all so much for being here. I had a fun time tonight. I was glad to get back on the saddle with this Legacy of the Green Flame game. And I will see you folks on Saturday again. Keep a lookout tomorrow for the schedule and the sponsor list. Please spread that far and wide. Please do let everyone know this is going to be happening. I'm serious. The more that we can let people know about this, people who are tangentially interested in tabletop games or who like music or who want to support cancer research, any of those people that you know that might be interested in checking in during ArvCon, really, 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 we want to push this to as big an audience as we can because it really does make a difference. So thank you for doing that. But I will see you folks Saturday night on around 7:30 p.m. Eastern for more of the amazing Infinity and Beyond crew playing Dungeons & Dragons, specifically Eberron, Oracle of War, as they begin The Dragon Below, which is the final part of Season 5 of Eberron, Oracle of War. That's going to do it for me. More of this to come in a couple of months, but I will see you folks on Saturday. And until then, everyone, please be good to each other. Have a good night. Honk.